There we go. Yo, everybody, good to see you. Hope you're all having a good day. Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time illustrator, football-sized moth. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes some live 2D rigging streams. And today is one of those drawing streams. We're going to be working on another, drive emote. This one might be relatively quick, so we might switch over to the previous drawing we were working on last time, the corgi one. But right now, you'll see why this one's going to be real quick real soon. But yeah, in the meantime, I hope you all had a good day. Hope you're all enjoying your stay, and I hope you all had a good weekend and all that funny stuff. And good to see you there, Ryu, Assassinator. Hope things are going well. Alright, I should probably get the PNG set up. Or I should probably get the image set up so you could see who we're working on today. Because today, we are working on a sherbet isopode. Or, no wait, there is no isopode in there. Sherbet the Pode, that's the word. Give me 1 second, we're just going to toss that PNG right over here so you can see it. While we work on the sketching and stuff. And as you can see, well, actually, if you look at it, you can clearly tell why it's going to be a relatively quick design, a relatively quick project to work on. Because all we got to do is add some ears, extra arms, remove the body, and then boom, it's all set. And, you know, make it blue. Outside of that, yeah, that's basically it. So, without further ado, let's begin. So, the first thing we got to do, go to the body, just delete that. And, well, we also got to add some little ears as well. But the main thing I think I'm going to do first is go to the arms, because, in all honesty, I think we're just going to delete the arms entirely. Or, you know, the little hands. And I'll show you why first. One, because if you look at them, they're a bit too oval-like. I think we need to round them out a bit more. And that shouldn't take too much work. So let's actually get rid of those right now. Make a new layer. We're going to call that hand right. Like so. Go to this elliptical shape. Have Photoshop make the circle for us. Boom. Actually, you know what? We're going to need to make two different things. But you know what? For right now, this should be fine. You know what? Maybe a larger shape for the hand, now that I think about it. Let's make the circle a bit larger. This should be good. And we're actually going to make sure that the outline that's added is on the outside. And let's make the outline at least 60. Yeah, 60 should be good. This should be a decent shape right there. Now that we got that, let's make a new layer underneath it. Select the inside. Select, modify, expand by... Let's go with 20 this time. Yeah, 20 was a good option. We're going to put that blue. Boom, there we go. We're going to put a transparency lock so it doesn't go outside. And let's pick a slightly darker shade. This should be good. Increase the size of our brush, put the sharpness to 0. This will give us a decent... Yeah, this will give us a decent blend without... Yeah, it'll give us a decent blend with the shading without it, you know, going a little too far. Or, you know, while still keeping its initial shape. Like so. Although we could add a bit of a reflected light to this. Or you know what? An easier route? I got a better idea. This will make things a whole lot faster. Let's fill in the shadows, like we always do. Get our brush. Make sure the sharpness is at 0, and instead of using the tablet pen, we're just going to use our mouse clicker, move it to the top right somewhat, just have it slightly moved to the top, or not top right, top left of the image, and then we click. And that seems solid so far, but we could do better. Let's make the circle a bit smaller. Click again, and some more, until we get that bright enough shape. Tell you what, let's go with a slightly darker shade of blue. Slightly darker, and let's try that again. There we go, that one works a lot better. That holds much better. Okay, now that we got that circle, we could actually merge all of this together. Take the base color, or, you know, take the rendering and take the line art, merge those layers together. Boom, we got that circle. Now we could do the same over here. Let's make a new layer. Put a transparency lock on that layer. Turn that layer into an overlay, I believe. And just fill in the spot. That is our game plan now. Maybe a little too bright. You know what? Let's bring that down a little bit. Almost. Just add a little more color. I want to say bring it down to at least 20 on the lightness. You know what? Let's try a different idea. Instead of going through all of that. If that's too bright, then we just got to bring the color shade down a little bit. This might work. Almost. You know what? I think right there should be good, maybe? You know what? Tell you what, here's what we're gonna do. Since I can't quite get the right color, we're gonna do it all over again manually. So, let's select the outline of the head shape. Actually, yeah, let's delete this first. Select the outline of the head shape. Select the inverse. And delete everything within it. So the next thing we gotta do is make make another layer underneath it. Because since I could not get the right color, we can always just do what we did here, except up there. So, again, we do it again. Select the inside of the circle. Select, modify, expand by, yeah, I want to say 20 should be a good number. And then we go back over here. Make sure we have the right color. Fill in the color there. Wait, wrong color. Fill in the dark shadow. Then we add a transparency lock on that. Make sure we got the bright outline or the bright highlight for that part. I forgot to make an announcement on Discord. Oh, thank you for letting me know. I thought I put enter. Whoops. Thank you for the heads up. I completely forgot about... I put the post, or yeah, I copied, I pasted, and then I forgot to put enter. But yeah, alright, let me see. Hi, Lampy, was busy cleaning my cat's water fountain. How are you? So far, so good. I have been, work has been going well, as you can see. We got ourselves another drive emote. this is the last one as far as I know for now. Once we're done with this drive emote, it should be all good. I also found another group of Risk of Rain 2 players, so that's pretty awesome. That means more people to play Risk of Rain 2 with. And as for Elden Ring, I'm going to have to talk about that one a little bit later, because, well, okay, so for Elden Ring, a couple of things came up. So I'm trying to figure that one out. I'm going to take the information, I'm going to look into the information that I get about all of that, see what's going on with that situation, and, you know, everybody that's going to be joining in on that game, and make a decision based off of that. Because I'll be honest, working with I'll be honest, in the background, it has been a bit of a struggle trying to round everybody up at the same time, at a proper hour, at a proper day. And there's also been some other factors that have been gotten involved that made it difficult for some people to play the game or even stream it in the first place. So yeah, it's been a roller coaster. But things seem to be falling into place now. But then some new factors came up, so now I'm looking at like, okay, let me figure this out. Let me see what I could do about all of this. All right, let me see what the whole situation is before I make any decisions. Because, oof, this is complicated. That's the best way for me to put it. This is complicated. I don't know how people do it on the regular. Actually, you know what? I think this is why people collab with smaller games. Games that don't have a big time investment, if that makes any sense. So a lot in your plate as usual? Yeah, basically. I think that's why people do, you know, work with smaller games. Smaller games because, you know, you all got to show up for that one game, and then after that, it's over. This is also why D&D doesn't always, or D&D is a struggle. Because this is basically a very similar situation where you got to work with time zones, then you got to work with people's schedules, and then you got to figure out, like, will this actually work, or is there going to be an outside factor that kind of halts one person's plan, and if that work happens, then it kind of halts other people's plans, or you have to go along without them, and then they might come back later, and then that changes all sorts of stuff, and then it's like, how do I get off the bus? That's how I'm feeling right now. Like, how do I get off the bus? But one person one person has dealt with this sort of thing before, so they know how, or they said they know how to handle this. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna leave it in your hands. I am not gonna think anymore. You deal with this. I'm just gonna go back to drawing. So here's hoping. But like I said, I just need to look at the situation, because I got a couple of plans. Regardless of the situation, I got a couple of plans. But I still need to consider, you know, what the, you know, all the factors before I make any decisions, because last thing I want to do is just, make any choice without all of the information, you know? Which, by the way, none of this is a bad thing, it's just a complicated thing is all. Like, I was not ready for all of this. But overall, I think it'll be fine. Alright, let's copy that hand, and we're going to call this one hand left. That one should be good. And then we're going to take these two parts, we're going to duplicate them, put them behind the wheel, just move them over a little bit. Actually, you know what? We'll take this one, move it a little bit higher here, take that one, move it a little bit higher there. Or you know what I could do? Maybe I could take this one and move it a little bit more over here. No. Okay, I know what I could do. Move this one here. Move that one there. Okay, I think I got an idea. I think I got this working. I just thought of another situation. You definitely sound drained and tired too. Yeah, I'll be honest. People... Okay, don't get me wrong. People are great. And the folks that I'm working with, it's awesome. Like, each and every one of them, all amazing people. There's just one slight issue that I'm having. My own issues. And those personal issues are dealing with people is draining. Regardless of how amazing those people are, which they are, it's still draining nonetheless. And this is also why, like, I've mentioned this before, that figuring out how to factor things, like, I don't know, I'm the type of person that struggles with outside factors. If I have a plan, I have a plan, and then once those plans go awry, like, or not so much when those plans go awry, how do I put this? I'm trying to figure out how to word this properly, because the words I'm using right now, they don't explain it well enough. What I'm trying to say is, you know the phrase, 2 heads are better than 1? That could be considered true under most circumstances, but I will definitely say, like, for me personally, this is why I usually do a lot of solo projects, because less factors to worry about. The only thing I gotta worry about is my end of things. And if I'm the only one there, that's the only thing that's there, is just my end of things. But if there are other people involved, that means there are, you know, there's their sides, which is very understandable, don't get me wrong. But it also makes things more difficult, because it's like, okay, so we have to factor in this person, their abilities, like what times they have, their priorities, and all of that, and very understandable. When you have multiple people, like, okay, we got to prioritize this. We got to make sure that, you know, this person has their priorities, you have your priorities, this person has theirs, this and that and here and there. And sometimes those priorities might hinder everything else. Or, you know, slow certain factors down, or, you know, stuff like that, which, again, I said it before and I'll say it again, which is very understandable, because I know a lot of folks where, you know, they got to take care of things. They either A, got to take care of things, or things aren't quite working on their end at the moment. And it's like, that's okay. That is fair. You do what you got to do. I'll figure out something around this in the meantime. And then once everything is planned out, like, all right, cool, we got this in motion. Like, something else pops up, like, okay, that is fair. That is all right. I know how to handle this situation. So what we got to do is this. Like, all right, that works. That works. And then crisis averted on the other side. Okay, now we got to factor that in now, because that was a problem before, and what we were working around was working around that situation. But now that situation is no longer there. You know, the workaround doesn't work around anymore. So now we got to figure that part out again. Which also brings in other factors that might become an issue, or not so much might, that does become an issue afterwards. Like, okay, so we got this done, we got that done. That situation happened right now, so now we got to work around that. And it's like, I'd have more... No, I can't say it like that, but yeah, it's a... Factors are draining. That's all I can really say. Yo, Blobby, welcome on in. How you be? I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a good day there, buddy. The best way to say it, or yeah, the best way to explain it, Cecil Moth style. I need to buy some time. Pushes the nuke button. Yeah, basically, that's what I'm thinking. Like, we need to buy some time. Also, Chaya, welcome on in. And, yo, World Eater. Yo, Dadbot, welcome on in. Let's give a couple of shout-outs. One, let's give a shout-out to Blobby. If you haven't checked out Blobby, I highly recommend that you do. Very chill times, very chill streams over there. Really great stuff. Really awesome, folks. We just finished off a drive emote for them, and we still got more projects along the way. So if you want to see what those projects are, go check out Blobby Derp. Really awesome times. Let's also give a shout out to Chaya. We are currently working on a live 2D model for them. That one may be a while, but when it comes out, be ready for it. It's going to be amazing stuff. Speaking of live 2D models, go check out Dadbod or World Eater. They do music. They do music. They play the roguelites. Really awesome people. And they were one of the first people, if not the first person, to give me a shot at rigging a live 2D model for them. And I greatly appreciate that, because, yeah. They gave me the opportunity to rig a model when I was just first starting out. I wouldn't say no clue, but it was definitely my earlier work. And I greatly appreciate them giving me the opportunity to try it for the first, try first time live 2D commission. And good lord, the amount of cursed stuff that they wanted for that model, let me tell you. If you want to go see what kind of cursed stuff they requested for that model, go check out World Eater. Also, if you're a fan of karaoke, like heavy metal karaoke, that's a good place to go. They do some amazing stuff. They just sing a lot of amazing songs. And the insanity they have at those channels, you wouldn't believe. Blurst, life, best life. You know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Thank you, Lampy. Yeah, no problem. Oh, thank you there, Blub. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, let me see. My bug father. Yo, Chaya. But how you been? I have been, okay. I've been doing alright. As for Elden Ring, I'm still trying to figure that one out, because, new factors have rolled on in, so I'm trying to think, how do I go about the Elden Ring stuff? That one's more like one of those things where I'm not going to have an answer for that just yet, but I do have plans for the Elden Ring stuff again in the future. But I need to see what's going on before I can really say anything about it just yet. But yeah, overall, so far so good. Just been working on a lot of commissions, working on a lot of stuff. As you can see, we've been working on projects like crazy. And yeah, I just realized, I just have only 2 hands on the wheel when, since they're like an isopod. Or like I don't know if they're a jellyfish or if they're an octopi. I want to say an octopi because of the word pod. But yeah, since they're an octopi, I just realized what I could have done this entire time. Just all hands on deck. Just all hands behind the wheel. This is the option I'm going to go for. I'm also thinking I should increase the size of the head, you know? To make it fit the build a little better. Which shouldn't destroy, or yeah, which shouldn't make the factor, or yeah, which shouldn't make the design any more difficult to rig. It's a very simple rig to work on, so this should be no problem at all whatsoever. Bro had sleepless night? Oh, you too? Ah, that's wild. I thought I was the only one who was struggling with sleep today. Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, so I passed out around like, what, 8 a.m.? Woke up around 3? So it was pretty good. So luckily, I woke up at a pretty decent time, which means chances are I'm going to pass out later on tonight again. I don't know. I'll figure that part out later. I feel like I want to burn something. You know what? That's honestly fair. Also, good to see it there, cool Kilk. If you are looking to burn something, feel free to pick up a Lampy arson emote and commit arson wherever you go. Anyway, back to the drawing at hand. So we're just going to increase the size of the... Yeah, we're just going to increase the size of the body. Or increase the size of the head, because the head is the body. So yeah, there you go. Thank you for the save there, Ryu. I greatly appreciate that. I was going to play Unpacking, but let's just say the company who does wiring destroyed the Wi-Fi power line. Oh, it destroyed the Wi-Fi power line. So we have to wait till tomorrow afternoon to get it fixed. No! That... Also, okay, two things. One, I am sorry to hear that. I hope they fix it real soon. And two, I think it's funny the fact that you wanted to play Unpacking after, you know, doing that in real life. I don't know. It's like let's oh, you know what? There we go. That's a perfect way to put it. It's like someone wanting to play, or yeah, it's like someone doing DoorDash for the past couple of hours and then going home to play Death Stranding. Or maybe that's just me. I don't know. Oh my god, have you heard of the latest HoloLive news, Lampy? Which one is it? Oh no. Is Gura graduating? I knew it. The shark is going away. I knew it was only a matter of time. This is why they've been taking so many breaks, hasn't it? It's not that, is it? What's the new news? Wait, it's not Callie graduating, is it? Oh, Gura is graduating on May 1st. I was joking! I was joking! Wait, hold on a minute. That's actually... Oh, no. What's going on with EN over there? Actually, not even EN. Oh, well, to be fair, at the same time... Well, I'll get to that one soon enough. But first, we gotta give a shout-out to Angriest Biscuit. What were you up to? I hope things were going well. Oh, what were you playing? I hope things were good. Oh, you were doing art. What kind of art were you doing? Were you making emotes as well? And everybody stopping by from Angriest Biscuit's stream. Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time illustrator, football-sized moth. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes some live-to-D rigging streams. And today is one of those drawing streams. Today, we are currently working on a drive... Yeah, we're working on a drive emote for a Sherbert Isopode. If you are a fan of, well, if you're a fan of, I don't know where I was going with that one. Don't worry about it. But yeah, we're just currently working on a drive emote. We're going to add all the drawing features. Then we're going to rig this sucker. Once we have everything all set, that is when we can put this into live 2D and put this sucker in motion. I hope you enjoy. And if you gotta take care of things, go take care of those things. Never feel bad about raiding or running, because that's what raids are all about. But if you decide to stick around, I greatly appreciate that, and hope you enjoy your stay. It was well. I was working on D&D map on a D&D map campaign. Ooh. Hey, yo, D&D map? Oh, I gotta see this. This sounds amazing. I gotta see this later. That actually sounds pretty awesome. Alright, let me see. What's going on? Wait, what's happening? That's what I'm wondering. Apparently Gura's graduating. Let me see. A lot of disagreements with management, as what happened with the previous talents that graduated as well. What on earth is going on back there? Like, they literally lost their biggest... Okay. Yeah, they just lost their biggest talent. I mean, granted, they've been on break a lot, but still, that was their biggest one. What happened? That is wild. Okay, let's see. I'll make a post on Blue Sky with before and after to see. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. All right, sounds good, sounds good. Speaking of art, I need to post the artwork I finally got done. Ooh, what kind of artwork did you get done there, Chaya? Or is it a surprise? If it's a surprise, I completely understand. You don't have to answer that. All right, so now that we got the little bobbles on the tire or on the steering wheel, now what we need to do is actually make the face. But we can make the face soon enough. I know how to handle that part. But first, before anything else, what we need to do is make them little ear thing, whatever these are, I don't know. Okay, let's see. Not the biggest talent since the Japanese side is still going strong, but definitely one of the popular ones is gone. Very true. I mean, to be fair, that was like their biggest subscribed, or, you know, their most subscribed to talent, technically. So there was a lot of good, or yeah, this is what I was saying, like, that was technically they're kind of their biggest talent, but not exactly, since they haven't been as active, but at the same time, they had been working on a lot of things in the background. Although, with the management changes, I think I kind of get it, because maybe it was the... Maybe there was a sign with the Dodger Stadium thing. Maybe. But we'll get to that after. Let's give a shout out to Trix. Yeah, if you haven't checked out Trix Treasure Fae, they do a lot of, they play a good variety of games. It's really funny over there. They also do the arts and crafting stuff for, like, cosplays and costumes and stuff. They do amazing work. I highly recommend checking them out. What were you working on today, by the way? Also, everybody stopping by from Trix's stream. Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time illustrator, football-sized moth. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes some live 2D rigging streams, and today is one of those drawing streams. Today we're currently working on a drawing emote, or a driving emote, for a Sherbert the Pode. This one's actually a little bit more unique in comparison to the other two, but at the same time, this one should be done relatively quickly. All we gotta do is make the little ears, add the little spots, and give them a face, and we're done. Also, if you gotta take care of things, go take care of those things. Never feel bad about raiding and running, because that's what raids are all about, but if you decide to stick around, I'd greatly appreciate that. I hope you enjoy your stay. Finks? What's a fink? Also, let's give a shout out to Imaginary Story. Very awesome people. Very chill times over there. Very great streams. Really great people. But yeah, what were you making there, Tricks? They might also be stuck in ads, I don't know. But yeah, or they might be taking care of things. Either way, I hope they're doing well. But yeah, going back to it, as I was saying before, about the... Man, I just heard about the graduation. Yeah, okay. I heard someone... Okay, funny enough, I saw a speculation video about Gura might be graduating, and I thought, oh, yeah, you know what, there's a possibility. I could see that. I mean, they haven't been very active. They've been taking all sorts of hiatuses, and considering how everyone else has been bailing and Gura hasn't been there for a while, there's a possibility that that might eventually happen. And then I hear there's a, you know, did you hear the new news? And I'm thinking, as a joke, like, it's Gura, isn't it? I knew it. I knew it after all this time, and then I find out it actually was Gura. Like, hold up a minute. I didn't actually know. I didn't know nothing. What do you mean? But at the same time, going back to it, hearing about management, I mean, to be fair, that's the craziest part. Like, a lot of them have, like, that seems to be the common denominator there, is that most of them that are usually leaving, the main issue for most of them is management, management differences. Or differences in, visions, in a way, if you will. Like, they went there for one thing, then they heard some management things in the background, and now they don't want to be there no more. So, now I'm wondering, what on earth is going on there? What on earth are they planning back there? But like I said, I think one of the main factors that, or, you know, one of the main signs may have been, you know, the marketing tactics that they're going with now. Like I said, Dodger Stadium might have been a hint at what's going on in the background there, the kind of direction they're trying to go, and maybe the talents don't want to go down that road no more. Or not so much don't want to go down that road no more, but they don't want to go down the road that the company is planning on going down, so they're just running for the, you know, running for the hills. On the upside, it seems like a lot of them can do that. They can leave and not worry too much about that. They'll be able to make it out on their own, because yeah, they'll walk away with a huge fan base of theirs. Especially since the whole not talking about their past life before the corporation thingy has kind of went out the window. So whenever that happens, it's like, that is an unfortunate circumstance. That is a shame. You will be missed. Where are they going to be now? Which is not, you know, I don't want to belittle the fact that they're going to be going away. It's just more so, this is a silver lining is what I'm trying to say. It is an unfortunate circumstance. This sucks, especially since they're not going to be interacting with a lot of the other folks that, you know, are in the company no more. So that is going to be very, very unfortunate. But on the upside, you'll know that they're not gone and that they're going to be, you know, they're still going to be around doing exactly what they want to do. They're going down the road that they want to go down. And I think that's still a good thing. It's unfortunately that we're not going to get to see the interactions that they usually used to do as much as they used to. But they're not gone. And that's what matters. Unless Gura just bails on everything and then just disappears into the ether and then you never see them again, which is a possibility. Not 100% likely, but a possibility nonetheless. And if that is the case, then yeah, this is going to suck big time. Yeah. All right, let's catch up with things because I missed a lot. I was just rambling for a minute there. All right. Oh my God, I was just saying. I think it was fins. Oh, fins. Gotcha. Fins because shark. Who's Gura, if I may ask? Okay, so Gura is a... How do I put it? Oh, I think Ryu just answered that one for you. Well, for those of you that may not know. Gargura, which one are... Well, how do I put that? They are... Well, if you know anything about VTubing, you probably heard of the shark from HoloLive. That one. The one that's... like one of the biggest names that they have from Holo EN or just Holo in general. Yeah, that one. That shark girl. The one that was most, their most, iconic video was literally their test video. All they did was just say, ah. That's it. And that was one of the most iconic things to come out of, streaming or VTubing history. Surprisingly enough, just a single sound, just a single word. Also, Neri, thank you for the giant... Wait a minute, that's a cult emote. Wait. Still, thank you for the giant emote. I thank you for the bits nonetheless. And Dig, welcome on in. Thank you for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. Holy cow, we've been getting a lot of raids today. I'm never gonna get this done. Folks, if you haven't checked out Key Dig a Dig, I highly recommend that you do. Very funny community over there. Really great streams. All sorts of awesome stuff. And everybody stopping by. Hi, my name is Lampy, small time illustrator, football-sized moth. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes some live 2D rigging streams. And today is one of those drawing streams. Today we're currently working on an Isopode Sherbert Drive emote. The most unique one yet so far. And surprisingly enough, despite being the most unique one, also the simplest one. Which I greatly appreciate. I love simplicity. And if you gotta take... Well, but going back to it, folks, everybody stopping by from the raid. If you gotta take care of things, go take care of those things. Never feel bad about writing or running, because that's what raids are all about. But if you decide to stick around, I greatly appreciate that. I hope you enjoy your stay. And how was the SpongeBob games? I hope it went well. Thank you for the hydrate. I greatly appreciate that there, Chai. Now, let me try to catch up with a couple of things. Fins? Yeah, fins. Alright, let's see. I'm not smart. Thank you so much. Or, yeah, I'm not smart. Don't worry. Nah, that's lies and slander. No need for self-deprecation, you're good. Yeah, exactly. You're good there, yeah, you're good there, Neri. You got the brains. Alright, one more raid. Thank you there, Pixel. Let's give a shout out to Pixel. Folks, if you haven't checked out Pixelated Owl, I highly recommend that you do. They play a good variety of games. They also do art. It's also a very chill time over there. Really awesome streams, really awesome people. I should know. I've seen Pixelated Owl streams for a good number of years now. Always a good time to watch over there. And everybody stopping by from Pixelated Owl streams. Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time illustrator, football-sized mouth. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes I'm live to do rigging streams. And today is one of those drawing streams. Today I'm working on an isopod drive emote for a Sherbert isopod. I hope you enjoy your stay. I hope you enjoy your day. And if you gotta take care of things, go take care of those things. And never feel bad about raiding on running, because that's what raids are all about. But if you decide to stick around, I greatly appreciate that. I hope you enjoy your stay. How was Kingdom Hearts? Were you playing it? Were you drawing or watching it? Because I know there's one Kingdom Hearts game that you have to... that they don't have available in the world anymore, so all you could do is watch it. But how did it go? I hope it went well. And thank you for the hydrate there, Chai. I greatly appreciate that. Okay, let's see. Oh boy, more incoming? Indeed. Also, welcome on in there, Pixel. Good to see it there. Rezies? Rezays? You let me know how to pronounce that. Anytime, figure you need it. Yeah, especially today. I don't know what's going on with today, but I have been having a couple of coughs today, and I do not know why. Like, it's like something's caught up in there. Alright, let's see. Thank you, Lampy? Yeah, no problem. Well, Lampy, good luck, dude. Why, what happened? Oh, yeah. There's been a lot going on. Alright, let me see. It's been Lampy the Big... Okay, let's see. It seems Lampy, the Big Father, is popular tonight. And to be fair, it happens a lot. Sometimes it happens at the very beginning, sometimes it happens at the very end, or sometimes... You know what's funny? There was a couple of times where I didn't, like, there were no raids at all. I was like, whew, I think I might actually be able to rest. This is a weird feeling. I don't know how to feel about that. And then the raids started rolling on in, like, okay, we're back to the status quo. Alright, let's see. We were playing Chains of Memories, and we were trying so hard to get a gold card for a specific, or for a special room, and 3 hours of playing, we never got it. Ah, I'm sorry to hear that. RNG is a pain sometimes, and yeah, that sounds about right. You go out there, you shoot for that one item, and that item never shows up because I don't know why. Sometimes the games just want to be messed up like that. Just not give you the time of day. Not give you the item you wanted. You got this next time, though, there. Yeah, you got this next time, though. I believe. You'll be able to get that item, that gold card. I don't know, whenever I think of gold cards, the only thing that comes to mind is Rumble Robots. Shoutouts to anyone who's ever heard of a Rumble Robot, because that was an old toy from way, way, way back in the day. I don't even know if, well, okay, I know that it was, how do I put it? Hold on, let me work on this right quick. Let me add this little shape right here while I work on that. But anyway, going back to it, Rumble Robots. So, I have, basically, it was this little toy robot, and there was multiple variants of this little toy robot, where you and your friends would get to control your robots with remote controls, and you would have them fight one another like crazy. Oh, I just realized something. I missed an opportunity to see if it would have worked. Ah, dang. Don't worry, we're gonna add that manually, and thank you for reminding me that I need to put the text-to-speech. I think I might have gotten the text-to-speech fixed. But I haven't gotten the chance to test it out, because again, it requires bits and subs, and I was like, I'm not gonna have anybody test it out purposely to see if it worked. But at the same time, I was looking at it like, you know what, I'll just wait for the next time it pops up. And it just popped up right now, and I missed the opportunity because I forgot to put text-to-speech on. Anyway, let's see what's going on.
Hello there, old cult leader. How has your birthday been?
Of course that's the message. Of course that's the direction you wanted to go with that one. Also, Dark Verith, welcome on in. How you be? I hope you're having a good day there, buddy. And thank you for the 4 months. I greatly appreciate it. Alright, let me try to catch up with some things. And I hope things have been well. There's a gold card room in every world, and you get special items in them. ORZ. What's ORZ? The spawn rate for them sucks. I can imagine that is an unfortunate circumstance right there. Anyways, I gotta go and do a workout before it's too late. Oh, before it's too late in the night, and then start to unwind for bedtime. I will leave a lurk until I go to bed, so I hope you have a lovely stream. All right, sounds good there, Pixel. You do that work, you do that exercise, you got this, I believe. And I hope you have a good day, a good night, a better tomorrow, and a great week. You got this, I believe. And best of luck with the next time for the gold cards. You got this. Also, Ors is a little stick man in a falling pose. Anyways, see you later. All right there, Pixel, you go, take care. Now I know what Ors is. Good to know. You take care now there, friend. Been good. How about you? I have, I've been working on a lot of things. I've been, trying to figure out, I've been working on a lot of things. Been, preparing for stuff in the background. Trying to figure out some things for the Elden Ring streams. Trying to see what the factors are going to be for it all. But yeah, overall, hasn't been too bad. I'm a little drained though, but outside of that, so far so good. Alright, let me try to catch up with a couple of things. Alright, let me see. Hope you're okay. Maybe it's because of the weather changing, I'm guessing. Maybe. That's what I'm hoping it is. Oh. While ago you asked what my art was. I did post it on Discord and Blue Skies. Okay. I'm gonna have to check that out then. Also, I see that the lurk command is working. So that's a good sign. Pixelated Owl is off to do a crime. That's what's up. Right, I forgot. Well, I think I mentioned it last time, but on the upside news, there was a time where I took a break for for a day or two to work on some background stuff, and that is one of the background things. We got one was to see if I could figure out what was wrong with the text-to-speech thing. The other thing was, adding the lurk command, because I know a lot of people use the lurk command, and I never understood why before, but now I know. So, there it is, lurk command. But yeah, also, now that I got the text-to-speech thingy on, we're gonna see. The next time somebody uses it, we're gonna see if it actually works. Which, by the way, this does not mean test it out. Don't worry. If something ever pops up that comes to mind, then we'll see if it rolls. We'll see if it goes. If it does, awesome. If it doesn't, well, then I need to figure out what to do about that. I think I'll make the shape a bit smaller, because it does seem okay, but I feel like I need to bring this up a little bit. Maybe right around here. It's a little bit more. Ah, here we go. This should be good shape. This should be solid enough. Alright, now let's go back over here. Snag that shape. Snag that one. Alright, we're all good. Let's make a new layer underneath. Well, actually, first let's select. Oh, right, we're on the circle. Actually, you know what? Let's zoom in a little bit more. Because I feel like we could clean this up just a little bit more. Make it a little bit better. A little bit cleaner. Make it look a little smoother. Thank you for the hydrate there, Reeve. was trying to remember. I felt like there was something else I wanted to talk about, but I cannot remember it to save my life. Oh well, if it pops up, it'll pop up. If not, that's okay. In the meantime, let's just work on this here shape. Figure out what this little ear looks like. And figure things out from there. Let's see. Howdy, howdy. Yo, Zerates, welcome on in. How you be? I hope you're having a good day there, buddy. We were talking about Goro. Oh, yeah, that was the case. Okay, so, well, first, let's give a shout out to Zerates. Go check them out. But yeah, we were talking about that. I mean, I think I said all that I needed to say about that one, which was, I wasn't expecting that to actually be the thing. There were signs that it might have been the case. Whatever's going on with management is a mess, apparently, because, well, maybe not so much a mess, but it definitely does seem like there's problems with management back there. And a lot of people had been speculating that something is going on because, you know, Ame left. Actually a lot of them from, even some of them from Hollow JP are leaving. And that all happened within the span of a couple, yeah, it all happened within the span of a year or so that they all just started up and walking. Shion's leaving, Aqua left. Which one's the whale girl's name? Cole. I'm trying to remember how to pronounce it. I know there was a CH in there, and that always threw me off. But the orca left. And like I said, the large amount of them that are bailing in EA, most of, we already lost like 2 other members of Hollow Council, Promise, whatever you want to call them now. I think they're called Promise at this point, but at this point you might as well just call them Hollow Trio. Which sucks, because, I'll be honest, well, I've said it before, like, Council was... Yeah, I want to say Council was my favorite, EN gen of Hololive. Although I can't deny that Hollow Justice has been, a pretty strong contender. But yeah, I'm just looking at that right now, like, what on earth is going on back there? Like, how you, like... Okay, to be fair, I do remember hearing something about... I forgot what it was exactly, but I don't remember the exact terminology, so you would have to research it yourself more so than anything else, but I remember hearing something about... you know, cover being, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Cover being a, like, open investment company now? I think that's what it was called. Either that or, like, they were bought by somebody, you know, like some sort of company, like, bought in the investment, or I'm trying to remember the exact terminology, but basically, investors are getting involved. Long story short. Like, outside investors are getting involved. So, yeah, that might have changed a lot of factors in how Hololive is being ran now, and that might have caused a good number of them to run out. Which would make a lot of sense. When things don't work out the way that they were or you had originally planned, sometimes it's best to change course. Change course to something that does follow down the road that you were expecting it to go down. And it makes me wonder, how many more are gonna do that now? Because, yeah, how many more before, you know, there's... Okay, I will say this. I don't know the full details, but I think EN is still going to be running strong. But at this rate, I feel like we're going to see more of them go. As for which ones, I do not know. But it definitely seems like we haven't seen the last of this. That's what I'm seeing right now. Like, I don't think we've seen the last of this, but I don't think this is going to be the apocalypse or something like that. I don't think this is going to be the end of EN. It's just going to be a new EN, if that makes any sense. It's not going to be the same. That's what I'm trying to say. There we go. That's the best way to put it. It's not going to be the end of it, but it's certainly not going to be the same. There's definitely going to be a whole lot of changes going on over there. Or at least that's what I'm assuming. Anyway, back to the drawing at hand. Let me see. Let's put a transparency lock on that. Let's get our brush. Put the brush to 0. But make our brush a little bit smaller. So this way it keeps the shape. Yeah, as mentioned before. We're trying to keep the shape of the ear while not losing, while still keeping it having a nice blend. There we go, this should do. Now we're just going to take this, merge these two down. Duplicate, flip. Rotate a little bit, move it more to the side. There we go, that should be good. We got the two parts right there. And now all we gotta do is make the face, so new layer. We're gonna get that elliptical. We're also going to get a little bit of the purple. Also, add starting a little bit. I made a post on Blue Sky so you can check it out when you can. All right, sounds good, sounds good. Thank you for the, thank you for the heads up. As a matter of fact, let me go see that map. Ooh. Oh, that is very nice. I like the geography going on there. You mind if I post, or yeah, you not post it. You mind if I put that on the screen? That's the word I'm trying to look for. You mind if I put that on the screen before the, oh wait, the ads are up. I'll wait for a minute. Ads? That's fair. In the meantime, we'll just add the elliptical right here. Put that eye right there. I'm Free. Welcome back, Free. Also, I saw the map that you worked on. That looks pretty cool. You know what? I commend anyone who can make a map, because honestly, I don't know landscapes to save my life. And yeah, would you mind if I put that on the screen for people to see, the map that you worked on? If you're not comfortable with that, I completely understand. I could leave that alone. But yeah, I just saw that one, and I thought it looked pretty cool. It looked pretty amazing. And you should be proud of that map. That's fine with me. All right, sounds good, sounds good. All right, let me go get that image right quick. Crazy church folks are going crazy again. I don't know if anyone could hear that in the background, but if you can, I apologize. But yeah, this is what Angry's Biscuit was working on. This looks like some pretty amazing work, though. I'm not gonna lie. This looks pretty awesome. And again, like I said, I commend you for making this map, because making landscapes, you know, building a geography, all of that stuff, I think that takes a lot of work. A lot of brain thought. I don't know. That's just me though, but yeah, this whole thing looks amazing. And I'm wishing your D&D players the best of luck running through this world. I don't know what sort of stuff is in there, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's something that can get them killed. Yeah, thank you for sharing, by the way. I greatly appreciate that. Alright. I've been using a lot of references and Google Earth figures. Oh, yeah. A lot of references and Google Earth to figure things out. Ah, that's fair, that's fair. That's a good way to go about things. What's Google Earth? Alright, now let me see. What was I going to do next? Okay, so we need to make a mouth for this isopode. I think I know how I can go about this one. So let's merge these two down first. Merge down, we're going to call that eyes. Make a new layer. We're going to call that one mouth. We're going to bring the music back because I think it just stopped. It definitely did stop. It's just a program like Google Maps, but more for just looking at places all over the world. Oh, fair. Yeah, that's a pretty good way to go about things. That actually sounds pretty cool right there. It's like without all the traffic. Oh, nice. Oh, okay, I didn't know they had that. What was I talking about again? I forgot. Okay, let me see. Oh, right, I was talking about Rumble robots. I miss those. I miss those little things. As I was saying before, for those that didn't know what Rumble... Or, yeah, for those that don't know what Rumble robots are. They were these tiny... Or, not tiny, actually. They were like... What's the best way to say how big they were? I want to say they were about a square foot. Yeah, they were about a square foot in size. So that meant it was 12 inch by 12 inch by 12 inch, like width, height, depth. Or, yeah, width, height, length, whatever. That sort of thing. And essentially, they would have like these invisible lasers, and I would kid you not, like invisible lasers that you just shoot the other robot with, and the other robot would actually register it on their own heart or their own health bar. Right, I forgot to mention, though they were physical toys, they had like the digital program in them where they would know what their health bar was like based off of the little laser that would that it would receive. It was kind of like laser tag. Yeah, there we go. That's the best way to put it. They were like little robots that had their very own laser tag built in. And you kind of played those robots like RC cars, except you could also punch with them. And the main goal was either hit them enough with the laser to where their health bar goes to 0, or you flip them on their back. If you flip them on their back, you've basically won that game. And yes, the little robots, they also, you know, they had little tires on them, so you could just run, or, you know, just ram them into each other. I miss those toys. I wish Rumble robots would come back, but I don't see it happening anytime soon. But holy moly, would it be amazing. And I know we got real life, or yeah, we got more advanced Rumble robots, which was the... I'm trying to remember, what's the exact word for them? there was a specific term. There's like this robot fighting federation thing. I don't know the exact wording for it. But I know there's a robot fighting federation out there. Anyway, let's get an outline for the face right quick. Alright, let's get an outline for the mouth. Let's also put the sharpness back to 100, because we don't need any kind of blur for this now. This is a solid sketch for now. We could go with that. Let's put this at 0. Yeah, let's put this at a 20% opacity so we could see what it looks like now. And then we're just going to take this circle. We're going to clean it up. Well, let's zoom in a little bit more, because I think I got an idea going. Give me 1 second there, folks. I has idea. There we go. This should be good. We leave it right there. Bring it down a little bit more. Not quite. I think we could do better than that. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Also, Sherbert, welcome on in. How you be? Hope you have a reason to smile today. I see a me. Yeah, we're working on your emote right now. And I figured out another way I could go about it. I was thinking, like, have 2 hands up front, and have the other 2, or yeah, have, like, the 2 little appendages in the front, have the other 2 appendages in the back, and I thought, why not just have them all, like, why not just have them all take the wheel? I think that's what an octopus would do, or a... Wait. What's a pod exactly? Is that one an octopus or a jellyfish? I think I keep asking this question, but my memory sucks. And I apologize for that. Also, what color would you like the eyes to be? Oh, an octopus? Okay, so it was an octopus. I had a feeling because of the word pod in the name, but I wasn't 100% certain. But yeah. Also, about the eyes. Do you want them to be purple? Do you want them to be brighter, darker? You let me know. In the meantime, I thought, or yeah, in the meantime I was saying, like, I thought, instead of just having, like, 2 hands... and just have the other 2 in the behind, or, you know, have the other 2, you know, behind the wheel and behind the head, I thought, why not all hands on deck? Boom. So, this is the project right now. That color is fine. I think that is actually the base color for them. Ah, fantastic. Okay, yeah, because I did start taking some of the, I did take some of the colors based off of the eye right here, and I thought, I think this is the right one. Let's go with this one right here. Or let's go with this spot right here. So that's why I went with this this one in particular. Alright, let's see. That's absolutely adorable. Yo, thanks. I'm glad that you like it so far. I'm currently working on the face at the moment. And I have a couple of ideas for it. I'm just trying to test them out right now. You know what? Let's just get the lasso tool right here for now. Oh, right. Before I forget, I almost forgot right quick. Let's give a shout out to Sherbert. Because, folks, this is... yeah, we're currently making the Sherbert... yeah, we're currently making this model here, or, yeah, this emote right here for a Sherbert isopode. So if you want to go see this, or yeah, if you want to get a shot at this emote when it is ready, if you want your very own isopode driving emote, crashing to everything you could possibly imagine, go check out their channel. Also, if you're a fan of art and very chill streams, that's a good place to go. Go check them out when you get the chance. It's the coolest moth I know, other than Mothman. Wow, that is rude. No, I'm kidding. Yo, Gnarly Neon, how you be? I hope you're having a good day there, buddy. I hope things are well. I hope things are good. Thank you for the stretch there, Virith. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, thank you for that one too there, Sherper. Folks, also, if you want a, if you ever wanted a custom drive emote of your very own, much like the Sherper one or the Lampy one that you see in the background, we've been working on a good number of drive emotes recently. And 3 out of 4 of them I can actually show, because one of them I cannot show yet because what's it called? They haven't debuted their new model yet, so until they debut their new model, I have to keep that one under wraps. But yeah, they've been working on a good number of drive emotes. I'm actually surprised with how well this one came out. Also, thank you for dropping the giant drive emote right there, Shepherd. I'm doing all right. I got a calzone I'm about to dig into. Ooh, food sounds good right about now. Nice, nice, nice. That's a good way to go about it. Get that calzone. Teach that calzone who's boss. Or something along those lines. You know what I mean. Teach that calzone what's what. Also, Odd Aussie Gamer, welcome on in. How you be? I hope things are well. I hope things are good. You know what? I think I know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna stick with this shape, because I feel like it shows a lot of excitement and a lot of insanity, and it kind of reminds me of Kirby. There we go. Very happy, very high energy. They're having the time of their life. They're about to crash into that Wendy's. Actually, you know what? I think, let me think about this one. Hey, Sherbert, what's your favorite restaurant? Without, you know what? Let me see. Actually, I take it back. Without divulging too much information, maybe not your favorite restaurant, but what's your favorite place of food? What's your favorite food? How do I explain it? Like, when I say favorite food place, like burger shop, taco stand, pizza place, ice cream parlor, sushi restaurant. Wait, would Sherbert go to a sushi restaurant? I feel like that one would be risky. Buffalo sauce, moth wings, no buffalo sauce. Well, let's see. You have a very crunchy skull sandwich up there in the corner you could eat. That is true. We do have a very crunchy skull sandwich. Come here, you. Oh. That's good eating right there. And you too can find your very own... Actually, you can't. That one's an exclusive sandwich. Only at Lampy's. Pick up a necro sandwich. Yeah, pick up a necro sandwich of your very own today. Unfortunately, that was not on the coffee page just yet, but maybe someday, maybe someday. Someone suggested making it a goal to make the necro sandwich a public option. All right, let's see. I love that shape so much. Fantastic. That means we're on the right track. Okay, let's see. Cult of the month? No, Colt. Why y'all saying Colt? Colt. 10 out of 10? Thank you, I greatly appreciate that. I'm glad that you're liking the I apologize, my brain can't think now. Brain can't think now. I can't even pronounce stuff no more. Favorite food place? Probably Subway or any other sandwich shop. I also very much love sushi. A pod gotta eat fish. True, true, true. You just can't let them know that you're a pod or else they might put you on the menu as well. So it's like you gotta go in there with a baseball cap like, yeah, no, I'm just very, very small, that's all. Or you could find yourself a mannequin and just remove the head of the mannequin and put yourself on top. And just start moving the rest of the arms and the rest of the body parts with strings. Turn that mannequin into a giant puppet. Me to takoyaki? Like, yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, like that's what I was thinking. Like, would a sherbert, I suppose, go to a sushi shop? Like, as soon as they see the calamari, like... Alright, let me see. So then, yeah, this is going to be the face of glee and absolute disregard when they crash into that subway. Alright. Because we love our cult leader, Lampy, the Moth God. No Moth God here. No cult leader. You cease. Alright. I hate calamari. It's the chewing on... It's like chewing on a rubber band. That's fair, that's fair. It's also cannibalism. And that is officially day 3. It has been officially 3 days since cannibalism has been... Okay, actually, okay, so for those of you that don't know, it has been officially 3 days since since I have stumbled into a conversation that mentioned cannibal. Whether it be cannibalized monsters, cannibalize, what was the other game? It was RimWorld, where they were, you know, cannibalizing people to make more resources and stuff. No, wait, it was that... There was a lot. But anyway, this is number 3. Also, Ruby, thank you for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome to the Moth Fleet. I hope you enjoy your stay. By the way, you're Lampy now. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. And I need to find a way to get away from these topics about cannibalism. That's a problem. And it's me. And I need to find a way to make that no longer a problem. For me. Also, the music seems to be running fine, but oh, I know what may have happened. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I found out where the problem was. My earphones just kind of switched out. Didn't work properly. I mean, I know one way to make it not a problem, but you won't like it. Wait. Which problem are we trying to solve here? I'm a little worried. Alright, so we're gonna get this red. We're gonna make it a bit darker. Increase the brush. Bring it down a bit. Or bring the sharpness down. We could add... Whoops. Go back to the brush over here. Put that clipping mask. Increase the size of the brush. Add a little bit of shadow back there. Go back to the red and make it very, very bright. So we could add the tongue. There we go. This should be good. We're also going to bring this back to 100% sharpness. Just drag it across like so. Yeah, almost had it. Yeah, actually, that works perfectly. Then we're going to get a little bit of a slightly darker tone there. Select the red. Bring the sharpness down to 0. Well, first I got to get my brush again. Bring it back down to 0. Get the old clicker. And just click right over here. Boom. And it's all set. We got it done. What did the galaxy say to its daughter? I'm not right. I know that's a pun. I'm walking away from that one. No, I'm already... Oh, let's see. I'm already a Naga, and I have lore. I'm sorry to hear that, Ruby. You know what? You could be a moth snake. You could be a snake moth. Mostly moth, but there's some snake scales in there somewhere. You're mostly a lampy, but I'm pretty sure you could have a snake tail on top of that lampy. I don't know. Something like that. Don't worry about it. You're good. It'll be fine. Also, let me see how to pronounce this name. Dalrent, thank you for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your stay. Let's give a shout out to Dalrent. Am I saying that right? Let me see if I'm pronouncing that right. Dalrent. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. Either that or it's Dyrant. I could be wrong. But yeah, what were you up to? What were you doing? What were you playing? Hope things were going well. How was Atlas Fallen? And everybody stopping by from Dollrent stream? Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time illustrator, football-sized moth. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes some live 2D rigging streams. And today is one of those drawing streams. Today, we are currently working on an emote for a Sherbert Isopode. We are almost done with the artwork, actually. All we gotta do is just add 2 more spots. We just gotta add small circle right there, big circle right there. We'll all be good. With that being said, also, if you gotta take care of things, go take care of those things. Never feel bad about raiding and running, because that's what raids are all about. But if you decide to stick around, I greatly appreciate that, and I hope you enjoy your stay. Whew. Yes, sir. Raiding and running Atlas Fallen is fantastic. Highly recommend it. Very satisfying movement and combat. That's fair. And I hope you have a good night, a better tomorrow, and a great week. And I thank you again for the raid. You take care now there, friend. And good to see you there, couple. I was raiding him, and he was raiding me. Then I suggested we raid you. Ah, that's fair, that's fair, that's fair. Let's give a shout out to Cobble. I'm assuming you were also playing the Atlas Fallen? Oh, Power Wash. Oh, so 2 completely different games. Oh, that's fair, that's fair. But yeah, welcome on in there, Cobble. I hope things are well. You know what? I'll tell you what. I normally don't read puns, but Sherbert dropped a giant emote. Now, I think this warrants at least one pun read. Okay. What did the galaxy say to its daughter's husband? You're my favorite son-in-law. Why? Why you gotta hurt me like this? Yeah. On the upside, I just found out what I could do for, However, there is a silver lining to that. I had been trying to figure out what on earth I could do for future, future rewards that don't take too much work, that also don't bug the, the contributor too much. And I think I found out the answer. I think I just found out one of the answers. So I need to write that one down. What's wrong with puns? They hurt my soul. They hurt my soul on so many levels. The real question is, what's right with puns? But yeah, folks, that is a rare, that's a specific circumstance right there. Under any other circumstance, if I catch that it's a pun, I'm not reading it. The only way you could get me to listen to a pun is... Yeah, actually, yeah, I'm gonna say it as much as it, Welcome Raiders into the lamp cult. No cult. Why cult? Penspin? Penspin. Thank you for redeeming Penspin. Hold on a minute. I said Penspin. Thank you for reading. I did not work. Oh, we're pushing the wrong button. There we go. Thank you for redeeming Penspin. Anyway, going back to it. As I was saying, going back to those puns. The only way you're going to have me read these puns is if I don't catch it on time. Or unless I'm getting paid to read this pun. Anyone who pops up out of nowhere like, oh, well, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Like, especially those that, okay, don't get me wrong. I appreciate everybody that stops by. But we also have that one rare occasion where there's like one person that only shows up to a random stream to say a pun and then leaves, never to be seen again. I'm not reading that pun. I'm especially not reading that pun. I ain't giving them the time of day. But those that have been here for quite a while, I'm gonna at least give you the consideration of reading the first half and then immediately dropping it. I'll at least give you the consideration. Yeah, I'll at least be considerate enough to read the first half and then drop it. I hate to raid and pun, but I've got to sleep soon. I'm so glad that there's no pun. Alright, let's, I need to remember to write this one down. You know what? Tell you what here, folks. I'm not going to do this one just yet, but I need to find myself a pun book specifically for whenever we get 5 or more subs. We get 5 or more subs, I read a pun out of a pun book. I'm going to specifically get a pun book just for that. Just for the suffering. Puns, I have been summoned. Why is that what summoned you? Also, welcome on in there, Mary Lamb. How you be? I hope you're having a good day there, buddy. New sandwich stretch goal. Make Lampy read puns for 5 minutes. Oh my god. No. 5 subs? Yes, but I would have to find a pun generator, or I would have to find a book of puns first. So I'm not going to do it just yet. I'll let y'all know when that time rolls around. Lampy, what do you call a legless? I'm not reading that. Actually, you know what? You know what? Let me see this one. Lampy, what do you call a legless cow? Your I'm sorry. No, I can't finish that one. That one's too rude. I can't do it. I can't do it. What do you call a chocolate covered? I'm not reading that. Why, you have a chat that can give you puns for days. You know what? You know what? Fair. Tell you what. Coward? I don't care. You call me that all you want. I ain't reading that. Tell you what. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let me try to organize this a little bit better later. But yeah, folks, this is what I'm thinking. I got an idea for later down the road. Whenever we get 5 subs or 500 bits, I personally have to read... Actually, you know what? I'll have to read all of your puns for the next 5 minutes. Whenever that case happens. Now, you don't have to do this right now. We could leave this alone for a minute. But this is an idea that I can put together for later, because I'll be honest, I have been trying to figure out what sort of ideas can I put together. And I'm thinking, here's the idea. 5 subs equals Lampy has to read every pun in chat for the next 5 minutes. Or I have to read a pun out of a book, if nobody has a pun for me to read. Outside of that, I ain't reading your puns. You can't make me. Y'all can drop all the puns you want right now. I ain't reading jack. Okay, let's see. I haven't seen the Minecraft movie. I've just been annoying people with Chicken Jockey. That's fair. Also, welcome on in there, IV. How you be? I hope you're having a good day there, buddy. I hope things have been good. I hope things have been well. Oh, right. Okay, so what we need to do next, now that we worked on the mouth, let us work on the spots. We're going to make a new layer. We're going to call them spots. Spots. There we go. Chat, more like Thunderdome. Oh my god, I hate that. Alright, let me see. You know what? I think that's what I'll call it. Like, if the goal is ever reached, or yeah, whenever that goal is reached, I'm just gonna call it that. Like, I'm just gonna put it as a sign, like, enter the Thunderdome. That's basically what I'm gonna put. Oh, that's not even at 100% opacity. Hold on a minute. Let's also make the circle a little bit smaller. Put that one right there. Make a bigger circle. Put that one right there. Bring this down a little bit. Actually, let me make this, or these circles a little... Actually, no, I need to make them larger. Well, they still need to be large enough that we could see them from a distance. So we're going to put those right there. Actually, let's drag these down a little bit. Right here should be good. Then we take the eyes, bring them down a little bit. Maybe squish them down a little bit. Make them a little bit wider. This might be good. Okay, here we go. Now, let's see from afar first, though. I kind of like the larger eyes, like the taller ones. I think that one works better. I mean, granted, these ones make the little isopode a little bit more derpy, and I think that's also funny. But I think these ones make it look a little more adorable. Okay, I'm gonna stick with these ones, but I'm gonna try to find a way to make this work. Lampy reading puns would make us moths to a flame. Oh, wait. Maybe. Alright, let's zoom in, because I'm gonna keep the eyes the way they are, but let's move them up a bit higher. Right here should be good. I'm going to get the spots, make them a wee bit smaller. Right here should be solid. Now let's see what it looks like from afar. Yeah, I think this works. I think this should be fine. Also, hold on a minute. Let's give a shout out to Leo. Welcome on in there, Leo. Thank you for the raid. I greatly appreciate that. Wait. Oh, Leos. There we go. Let's give a shout out to Leos Sedge. What were you up to? What were you playing? What were you doing? I hope it went well. And everybody stopping by from Leos' stream. Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time illustrator, football-sized moth. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes some live 2D rigging streams. And today is one of those drawing streams. We just finished off the artwork for a Sherbert... Yeah, we just finished off the artwork for a Sherbert emote. We are currently working on drive emotes for... Yeah, we're currently working on drive emotes. This is the 4th one that we've made so far. This one is for a Sherbert isopode. That person right there. Gonna be amazing. We're actually going to get into the rigging phase, which isn't going to be a lot, in all honesty. It's not too much because we already did the template. But yeah, if you gotta take care of things, go take care of those things. Never feel bad about raiding and running, because that's what raids are all about. But if you decide to grind, I greatly appreciate that. I hope you enjoy your stay. And what were you up to? What were you doing? What were you playing? And welcome on in, everybody. Good to see you there, Destroyer. Good to see you there, Aya Raycraft. Nova Blaze. Leo, time to hydrate? That's a good idea. I do need to hydrate. How was the Monster Hunter? I hope it went well. Been a while? It has been a while. Wait, has it been a while? How long has it been? Why do I feel like it may have been a while, but it also feels like a couple of days? Either way, welcome on in. Honestly, why do I get the strange feeling that it was Sunday? A while? That's fair, that's fair. But yeah, also... good to see it there. Queen Elfion? Is that how you pronounce it? You let me know. Adore your model? No, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. I drew and rigged it myself, and it comes with its own gun. Oh yeah, it also comes with wings too. But mostly its own gun. Yeah. Anyway. What was I doing again? Right. Well, anyway, as I was saying, we already got most of this stuff finished off, so we're all good. While? Maybe. I don't know, I'm sleepy. Gun? Gun. Yeah, that's all that matters, gun. Oh, let's see. Hydrate? Good idea, I do need to hydrate. Man, good to see it there, Destroyer. I almost forgot. How did I miss that? I saw it multiple times, and then I thought, wait, how do I feel like I missed something? I can just imagine accidentally going too far in one direction and looping all the way around. I mean, that can be an option for the emote, maybe? Alright, let me see. Gun? Yeah, that's what's up, gun. Amazing? Yo, thank you. Good luck rigging. Good luck arting. Have a good night, everyone. All right there, Leo. You go get that sleep. You go get that rest, or you do what you got to do, whatever it is that you got to take care of. I hope it goes well, and I hope you have a good... All right, and I thank you again for the raid, and I hope you have a good night, a better tomorrow, and a great week. I almost forgot one last thing. IRA Craft, thank you for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome to the Moth Fleet. I hope you enjoy your stay. By the way, you're a lampy now. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. There we go. Whew. I'm not going to make you do that. That's fair. That's fair. You know what? I do know one thing that can be done, though. It doesn't have to be part of the emote, but I got one funny idea we could do. First, let's go over here. We are going to save this. We're also going to close off the sketch now. We're also going to go back to the layer over here. We're going to get rid of this. Yeah, we're going to get rid of that layer. Mouth layer is its own thing. Spots. Spots are its own thing. Eyes are its own thing. Yeah, we're all good. We could just save all of this. Close it. Now we go to Photoshop and just basically import everything. Use the layer setup that we already have, which is where is it? Drive template. Sherbert Drive. Here we are. We just opened this one. Make sure we got everything all set and all good. Close that. Let's see. Okay, so it's on the screen. So now that we have all of this, we just got to go to our PDF file. Or PSD file, that's the one. We got to go to our PSD file. PSD, PDF. About the same thing. Not exactly the same thing, but... a PSD file can be used in, what's it called? Photoshop, or not Photoshop. A PSD file can be used for, Adobe... what's it called? I want to say Acrobat, or something like that. Well, anyway, that's usually where you put the PDFs. Alright, anyway, so put the PSD file, drag it into your photo, or into your Live 2D. It's going to ask if you want to put it as a new thing, or as a drive, or as a... add it to the drive template. We're going to put it to the drive template. And since we kind of changed up a good number of things here, we're actually going to set them up as new meshes. So we're going to set them up as new layers, as you can see. So let's close that. Next up, we're just going to take our new... yeah, we're going to take the new objects that were selected for the... we're going to take the... how do I put it? Let me see if I could actually show these things. So, in our Photoshop file, our PSD, they still had all the objects, which are basically just copies of the current objects that we have. We don't need those. We delete those. We don't need those ones anymore because we currently have those objects right here. However, now what we need to do is take everything else right here, keep it all selected, and we need to move it till it lines up exactly. We need to line it all up till it lands exactly where this tire is, or steering wheel. Or at least relatively close. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but it does have to be relatively close. If we could get it close enough, then we'll be good. And yeah, that's close enough. Now that we got all of that, what we can do, we're going to take the steering wheel, and we're actually going to delete the new one, because we don't need that. As for the body, this layer, we could also delete that one. So, funny enough, okay, so before I delete everything else, I'm going to show you something. Here is what we currently have for the template. Drawn and rigged by yours truly, and animated. And the game plan is for it to steer left and right. As you can see, it just steers left and right, all casually, having all the fun, having the time of its life, while all these objects just fly right on past, crashing into everything imaginable. And this is also why I charged less to Sherbert, is because we didn't need to draw a body. So this entire part right here, the entire steering, yeah, the entire body part of the steering, this whole thing, gone. We don't need it. So we didn't have to adjust any of those parts. Literally every new part that we just got for the Sherbert one just goes into the rotation. Goes into steering rotation over there. Goes into that little red circle. Literally nothing else needs to be done. Then we could take everything else except for the steering wheel. Just delete all of that. All we have is the steering wheel. And then you go back over here, show off the rest of the body. And we're going to need to take certain parts. We're going to need to get everything except for the hands and put them behind the steering wheel. And then we need to take the hands, put them behind all of the objects, and put them just in front of the steering wheel. Boom, like so. So, when it moves left to right, not much of a change. Wait, hold on a minute though. Wait. Yeah, steering wheel's right there. The body's right here. Why is the body not behind the steering wheel? Hold on a minute. Alright, we seem to be hitting a bit of a snag because for some reason, despite the fact that everything else should be behind this here steering wheel, it's not. Oh wait, no, it is behind the steering wheel. Okay, my bad. Okay, so the reason why it didn't look like it was behind the steering wheel was because... Actually, I don't know why. For some reason, I thought it wasn't behind the steering wheel this entire time. It turns out it's just the way that it was shaped. That it makes the body look like it's in front. Yeah, nope, that's just on me. I'm just kind of losing my marbles there. I think it is behind, it's just hard to see. It is, yeah, you're not wrong, it was behind. But yeah, you're right, it was just that it was very hard to see, it was hard to tell, and I didn't notice it. But yeah, we should be good. Also, anyway, going back to the steering, because I did want to bring this part up, so, gonna go to left, gonna go to right. But also, since Sherbert, since you brought it up, I thought, just for the funny, left, right, sharp left, whoops. There we go. Alright, there we go. Close enough. Alright, now that we got all of that done, let's save. Oh, right, before I forget, let's also go to the texture atlas and add all of these parts. Paste in place. You know what? New texture atlas. Actually, no, this should be fine. Paste. Or yeah, take all of these objects, paste them in the spots. Automatic layout. Put OK. Live 2D is such an interesting way to do emotes. It is. In all honesty, it really is. I've seen a lot of people make some really amazing emotes in Live 2D. And I don't know how to put it. Like, it's yeah, I really don't know how to put it. Like, it's very smooth, it's very bouncy. You can make it do a lot of things. Granted, there are still some things where, like, frame animation frame animation can still definitely take it to the next level, but it also takes a whole lot more work, where with Live 2D, it's still a bit of work, but it's not as much work, and it just moves so smoothly. Like, they both have their benefits, they both have their individual benefits in comparison to the other. Like, one thing does much better than the other. Each of them have their strengths. That's what I'm trying to say. Got a second. Oh, let's see. Got second in Fortnite, but reached level 100 in my battle pass. Yo, congrats. Nice, nice, nice. Congrats there. That's so cute. Yo, I'm glad that you like that one there, Sherbert. That's what I was thinking, like, I mean, to be fair, that could be an animation where it just drives left to right, whoops. Left to right, left to right, left to right. All right, so we're going to put that back to where it was. We're going to save. Now that we got that one set up. No, it makes sense? Okay, good. That means these ramblings aren't just for nothing. All right, I'm trying to learn, but I got so intimidated trying to make something for a friend. Ah, fair, fair, fair. I don't blame you. I've said this before. I've said this one thousands of times at this point. Live 2D is very... How do I put it? It's very difficult to learn. That is the biggest struggle when it comes to Live 2D, is learning the mechanics, learning the basics. Because just like any other program, actually, let me show you right now. Let me show you what I mean. Let's start with something fresh. Actually, you know what? Since I already saved to this, I could do this. When you see it the first time around, you open up the program, like, all right, let's give this a shot, and then you just see all of this, like, what on earth am I looking at? What is all of this? What on earth what do any of these words mean? Parts, deformer, inspector, parameter, what does any of this mean? I'll definitely tell you, like, once you figure out what all of those parts mean and you're able to figure out what videos are all, or yeah, when you see some tutorial videos about how they all work and you're able to figure out what it all means, it makes things a whole lot easier. It's just going to become very, very tedious. Not going to lie. It's still a very tedious project, but the most difficult part is figuring out what any of it means. Once you figure out what most of it means, it definitely becomes a little bit easier. It may not be for everybody, but it's definitely something worth giving a try. Also, if you have any questions about Live 2D, feel free to ask, and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. I feel like doing animated emotes in Live 2D would be a great way to learn the program. I've frame by framed all of my animated ones. Honestly, yeah. I would say I will definitely say, like, depending on what type of... what's the word I'm looking for? Well, hold on one second. First, let me go back over here because I needed to put the animation. Again, I've already set up the animation, but I'm thinking, here's what I'm planning to do. I forgot to mention this one. Also, let's close this. Wait for the new one to pop up. Which it did not pop up on screen. Okay, give me 1 second there. Let's switch this out for the proper one. Now that I got this set up. Okay, so as I was going to say, here was my idea. Here was my game plan. Since... let me see how to pronounce this one. Let me see. Since I have a Live 2D project around the corner, since I have a plushie project to work on for a Blobby Derp, I was thinking I could do two different things, because one of them is going to need a template, but I will need to work on an animation from scratch for that one, and I also need to make a little plushie model for them, which I'm probably going to have to work on by scratch completely anyway. So there's going to be the plush model, where I get to showcase how animations work, and there's going to be a little mascot model, which is going to be a very, very simple model, but I think that would be a good way to showcase how, you know, rigging a Live 2D model will work. So there's going to be 2 segments on these streams later down the road. Not too far from now, because, you know, they're a commission. I got to work on them real soon. So probably this coming Friday, maybe? I want to say this coming Friday. I'll be working on the animations and stuff. So yeah, if you want to see what Live 2D looks like on Friday or Sunday, feel free to stop by. I'll be trying to explain it as best as I can. All right, let me see. But yes, also I would say for very simple animations, Live 2D is a really great option for that. Like, if you don't have to do too much movement, like if it's just like bouncy movement, shape changing or something like that. Like, for example, like what the two emotes that Sherper just put up there, I would say those ones would be really great in Live 2D. Now, granted, if you want more complicated animations, that is doable. How do I know that it's doable to make some more complicated animations? Wrong one. It just still takes a lot more work to do. Flash warning. But yeah, long story short, the certain animations can be done with Live 2D, as you could see with the model right here. All the stuff that you just saw, the flamethrower, the cannon fire, all of that stuff. All that animation stuff was done in Live 2D. But I will definitely tell you, making fire in Live 2D is a lot more difficult than making fire in frame-by-frame animation. I could definitely tell you that much. If you're going to work on fire, frame-by-frame is probably best. Anyway. Alright, let's see. I will definitely keep that in mind. Alright, sounds good, sounds good. Okay, new Lamp Cult Patreon tier. Lampy teaches Live 2D. Funny enough, some folks have mentioned the Live 2D thing as something that I should put. Oh yeah, perfect example. Like, if you look at Destroyer's fire emote right there, that was drawn by yours truly, and let me tell you, that was a lot easier to work on than the flamethrower that you saw in that Live 2D model. That fire right there, about a week and a half. But that's also because I was mostly streaming it, so it took a lot longer because of the stream. But the flamethrower animation on Live 2D, that one literally took a month or two. Because way too many factors. Right, slowing down for Chattanel. Okay, that sounds good. Alright, yeah, that's fair, that's fair. Alright, let me see. Let me try to catch up with a couple of things. Alright. New to the Lamp Cult. Oh, right. So, I have been suggested to make, like, some folks have suggested that I try to make a Live 2D course on Patreon, or, like, other stuff like that, like selling Live 2D courses, or, like, not even so much selling, like, Live 2D courses, but, like, having Live 2D classes. And I thought, that's a possibility. That's an idea. I'm first going to work on the YouTube tutorials first. I'm going to see how well they work. Which, by the way, folks, yeah, still working on the YouTube tutorials. I'm still waiting on the first video to pop up, or, you know, the first video to be edited. From what I heard, it's all finished. I just haven't heard back from them, which I'm a little worried about that. I need to check up on them later about all of that. But yeah. So, only time will tell. We'll see. I will have to take my leave eventually, work in the morning and all, but for now, I will chill and absorb. Ah, that's fair, that's fair. You do you do what you gotta do. I thank you for stopping by, I greatly appreciate it. You go get that rest, and I hope you have a good night, a better tomorrow, and a great week. And best of luck with work in the morning. You got this, I believe. I don't think I'll reach 200, let alone 150 to complete the bonus page in the battle pass. Ah, that's fair, that's fair. That's unfortunate too, though, but at least you got to 100. At least you got some point, or yeah, at least you got to a high amount in that battle pass. That definitely makes sense. Nice. Okay, good. That means I'm not rambling for no reason. Although, to be fair, half the time I feel like, you know what? Ramblings don't always have to make sense. Right, slowing down for Chattanel. Yeah. Alright. I am here to call Lampy amazing, wonderful, talented, lovely, adorable, and cute. Lies and slander, I know you. And welcome on in there, Zelda. I hope you're having a good day there, buddy. Chaos? Chaos indeed. Whew. We're all caught up. We made it to everything. Oh no? Oh no? Why oh no? What happened? What'd I do? Oh, right, the flamethrower animation. Yeah, that took forever. This is why I say, I mean, to be fair, sometimes, okay, to be fair, when it came to the flamethrower animation, there was a lot of different ways I could have went about that one. I could have just went with, honestly, I could have just went with, how do I put it? That's the word I'm looking for. When it came to the flamethrower, there was a couple of options that I was considering, like making it an animated PNG or an animated GIF, because there are some folks that have animated GIFs on their live 2D models, and those work just fine. And I could have just made an animated GIF of a flamethrower animation, have it just work just like that, it would have been okay. But for some strange reasons, for some unusual reason, not even unusual, just for some reason, I wanted to go above and beyond and make it to where the fire flows with the movement. Because that's usually how most fire goes. Like, you spray it in one direction, and you move it, or you move the, you know, not even with a flamethrower, like just any sort of flame. You hold the flame up, you move it to a certain direction, that flame will take a minute to... The flame will basically drag in the air. It won't follow off the bat. Fire physics, yeah, there we go. There's some physics with fire. You move it, it'll drag, whichever direction you move it towards. And that's what I wanted to do with the fire. I wanted it to drag whichever direction I went with. So just putting it as an animated GIF would make it... I mean, it would make the flow and the movement real quick, real simple, real easy. But it wouldn't drag. It wouldn't have the physics to go along with it. So I decided, we need to make God knows how many layers. Definitely well worth it, but it was pain nonetheless. And for those of you that want to do something like that yourself, I will say, go for it. But be warned, get ready for a lot of work. That's the best way I could say. Like, no one should stop you from wanting to, but brace yourself. Of course, that is only for the very unusual and very unconventional. If you are not trying to push the envelope like that, and you just want to make what's comfortable to you and what's fun, there's no fault in that. If you just want to make models that, you know, just move, you know, funny, cutesy looking models and all of that stuff, nothing should stop you from doing that. But if you're someone like me who decides, you know what, I could do more, I can go big, I gotta add all of that, then I am sorry to tell you, but it's a rough road. How should I know? Well, best way for me to put it, wait for that boss fight stream in May. Yeah, wait for that boss fight stream next month. You'll see what I mean by it's fun, and when you want to push the envelope, it's going to be a struggle, but it'll be well worth it. And when you see the work in May, you'll see what I mean, and you'll see that I'm not just talking out my butt. Have a good night, Lampy. Make sure you keep the cult in line. Look, if I knew how to keep the cult in line, they would be out of the basement by now. That ain't happening. And I thank you for stopping by there, Virith. You go get that rest. I thank you for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you have a good night, a better tomorrow, and a great week. You take care now there, buddy. Yo, Tima, thank you for the 9 months. I greatly appreciate it. If you want the bird to say... Since you just subscribed, if you would like the bird to say something, feel free to add a message into the chat, and the bird can say whatever it is that you would like. And let's give a shout out to Tima. If you haven't checked out Tima, I highly recommend that you do. They've been marathoning the entire Spider-Man series so far that I know of. I think they're on... Yeah, they are on Spider-Man 2. But yeah, go check them out. It's a very chill time over there. Really great people. Really great community. And I hope you've been having a good day. I hope things have been going well. Not gonna lie, I think the animation already shows for itself that we're kind of done with the Sherbert model. So yeah, it's all finished. It's all set. And yeah, I'll just be working on the Blobby Derp plush model afterwards. I just need to turn this into... I just need to break this down into 4 different things. We need to make a video. We need to make 3 different animated GIFs, so they could put one... So they could use it for So they could have a full-sized image of it, or a full-sized animation, an animation for the size of an emote, and the animation for the size of a Discord emote if they need that too. Also, Mr. Bean, thank you for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome on in. How you hope things are going well. Let's give a shout out to Mr. Bean. What were you up to? What were things going? How were things going? I hope things were going well. And everybody stopping by from Mr. Bean's stream. Hi, my name is Lampy, small-time illustrator for Pulse Size Moth. I do a lot of drawing streams, occasional gaming streams, and sometimes I like to do rigging streams. And today is one of those drawing streams. Today, we just finished off a Sherbert the Pode driving animation. They're going to be crashing into every single thing, trying to make their way to that subway, and they are not going to let any single red light get in their way to stop them. And I hope you all have a good night. Or, yeah, if you got to take care of things, go take care of those things. Never feel bad about raiding and running, because that's what raids are all about. But if you decide to stick around, I greatly appreciate that. I hope you enjoy your stay. Whew. And I hope things are good. I swear, I bet I sound insane without context. Okay, let's see. It looks so good. Yo, thanks. I'm glad you like it. But yeah, I'll be sending all of this stuff your way soon enough. It's almost ready. It's almost done. Actually, it's practically done. All right, I finished a quest, even if it took a bit because I helped somebody with some Blender stuff. Ah, fantastic, fantastic. You know what? That's what's up. That's what matters. I'm glad to hear that you finished off that quest. I'm glad, and I hope the Blender stuff went well. Bucket, we got to add a bucket to the stream. Where is Bucket? There's the bucket. Which, by the way, folks, this bucket has been drawn and rigged by yours truly, and guess what? Best part of it all is that it's free. That's right, folks. You could find this bucket on the coffee page for no charge at all. Comes with 2 different animations. It has the Cooking Companions face. I mean, totally not from Cooking Companions. I don't know what you're talking about. And it's also got... Wait, is that the button? No, that's not the button. Let me go find the button. Nope. Nope. Where's the button? There it is. It's also got Pop Cat Bucket. Oh, wrong one. And it's also got the Pop Cat Bucket. Check it out. Look at that sucker. And yeah, this entire bucket could be yours for nothing. I charge nothing for this bucket. Also, if it does charge you, let me know and I'll move it somewhere that doesn't charge. All right, let's shrink down the bucket. Put that bucket right there. Fantastic. All right, next thing we need to do is that it's finally time. Let us work on exporting this stuff. So we need to make 3 different exports. So export number 1, GIF animation. 600 by 600, yep. Put that one right there. We're going to name it Sherbert. Sherbert Drive. This is officially their last name. Everyone who gets a Drive emote, your last name is officially Drive now. That's the best way to put it. Oh, I forgot to get rid of the PNG. Or I forgot to get rid of the... Hold on a minute. I'm going to go back over here. Go back to the GIF animation. Make sure it has a transparent background. Go back over here to Sherbert Drive. Put OK. And it should be all good. I used the Dust Bunny for... Oh, let's see. I used the Dust Bunny for my April 1st stream, and everyone loved it so much. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Oh, that's why you had the Dust Bunny on the... I was wondering where the entire model went. I was wondering, like, hey, Dust Bunny. Wait, why is it only the Dust Bunny? That makes so much more sense now. Not gonna lie, I can't believe that I completely forgot about that part. That's amazing. Which one? The bucket, the driving, or... Either way, thank you. All right, GIF animation number 2. We need to put this as 250. And we're going to call this one Sherbert Drive Twitch. We're going to put OK right there. All right, let's see. I looked up from what I was doing, Oh, all of the above. No, thank you. I looked up from what I was doing, and I saw the bucket, and... Yo, I'm glad that you like the bucket. Also, check it out, it flips. There we go. Yeah. That's how you know that... Yeah, that's when you know that the streamer is stretching, when you see the bucket flip. Yeah. There we go. Now, let me set up the last one. Export GIF animation. We're going to put this one at 150. And this is going to be called Sherbert Discord. There we go. So now you have one. Now you have three of them. One for the full-sized animation. One for, yeah, one animation to be ready for, you know, to use as a Twitch emote, and one to use as a Discord emote. So it should be all set however you see fit. I had to set up a whole new... No, I had to set up a whole new set of redeems for it, because the hydrate was especially funny. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna need to see how the hydrate worked on the... I'm gonna need to see... Wait, what day is it right now? The 15th? Oh, sent? Ah, perfect. I was gonna say, like, wait, did I miss it? Oh! Wait, why is the couch on the... Why is the couch on the moth? You know, it's April 1st. That makes a lot of... Or, yeah, it's April 1st. That makes sense. But yeah, thank you for sending me that. That looks amazing. That looks hilarious. Okay, so... Last thing we need to do is set up the video. Just gonna call that one. Actually, yeah, we're gonna... Actually, you know what? I'll set up the video afterwards, because I realized... I think I know how I should put that one together instead. I think I might need to change up a couple of things for the previous iterations as well. But yeah, I think we're done here. We just finished everything off. We're all set. We're all finished. We're all good. I know I said I was going to do more, but it's already 9:30. So I'm thinking this might be a good spot to leave it. You know what? Before I go, let's just set up the other drive emotes that we worked on earlier. Let's just drop all the drive emotes right here. And then we'll call it a night. I think that would be the perfect way to end it. Just all the drive emotes. So first, let's get the Ryu drive. Let's get that duck. There we go. Duck drive emote. Just gotta put that one right there. Then we make another image. Not that one. Image. Oh, wait, you know what? We can just go to this one. Copy it. Paste it. Flip that one over. Or not flip that one over, but replace it with a different drive. Right over there. Oh, they both switch anyway. Okay, maybe not that way. All right, new one, or new image then. Image. It looks so comfy underneath the couch. I mean, I guess it's a dust bunny, so that may... Right, dust bunny. I can't believe I missed the context behind that one. It's a freaking dust bunny. Of course it would be under the couch. Okay, yeah, that one's on me. We're just going to toss that one right over here. There we go. Perfect. All right, so we got all the drive emotes, that we've worked on for the past month. And I think this is a good place to call it. We're going to leave it right here. Okay. As I mentioned before there, folks, Alright folks, I mentioned this before. We are gonna be back on Friday to work on the we're gonna be back on Friday to work on the rigging for the Blobby Derp plush, the Blobby Derp plush live 2D model. That would be this one right over here. So you'll get to see what the rigging is all about. You'll get to see how that rolls. Well, you'll get to see the animation and how that all works. So in the meantime, I'm gonna call it here. I will be back on Friday, so enjoy the rest of the week. We're gonna go find someone to raid. Who is on at this hour? Who can we drop everybody off on at this crazy time? Let us see. Who can we leave people with at this crazy hour? Oh, hey, I know who we could drop you folks off with. Wait, actually... Okay, let me see. How long are they going to be on? Oh, an hour? Okay, so I know who we could drop everybody off on. I know where we could leave everybody for the moment. They're going to go drop you folks off with a feast. They're currently doing some art. I think they're drawing, I don't know what character they're drawing, but they're doing some art night. They've been on, they haven't been on for too long, so let's drop everybody off over there. Who's that cool duck in the screen? I don't know, let's get rid of them. Hold on a minute, let's get it out of there. But yeah, thank you all for the support. Thank you all for stopping by. And to everyone who has commissioned me to make these drive emotes, I thank you all greatly. Which, by the way, as I mentioned before, if you would like a drive emote of your very own, like the 3 that you see up here, you can go to the vgen page right over there and commission for a relatively affordable price, I like to think. And oh right, if you'd like to support the channel, one way you could do so is by checking out the link page right over here. We got a lot of different options over there. We got affordable models on the Etsy page, free stuff, free models, free PNGs on the Coffee page, merch on the Teespring page, and if you would like to, if you or someone you know is looking for someone to commission, or if you're looking for commissions, like if you are looking for someone who words, my brain cannot think very well right now. If you or someone you know is looking for emotes, assets, character sheets, character concepts, live 2D models, both big and small, or even animations, feel free to check out the vgen page or contact me directly about whatever it is that you or someone you know may be looking for, and maybe I can help. Also, I always try to work within people's budgets as best as I can. Alrighty then, let's head on out. Oh right, same as before, we're gonna go with the usual raid message. Oh, you know what? I know what we could put. We're just gonna put dodge rolling. Why? They're a Souls fan. That'll work just fine. Use those emotes if you have them. Use whatever emotes you have if you don't. And let's raid out into a Fistiari. Let's go show them some support. They're currently working on their character right now. Vanilla, thank you. It still didn't do the thing? Hold on a minute. Oh, that's because... yeah, it didn't do the thing. Hold on a minute. Let's nab all of these. I still need to figure out what's going on over there. Also, thank you all. Sorry, there, Vanilla, we're heading on out, but I thank you greatly for the 18 months. No, wait, 28 months. Holy cow, it's been 28 months. But before we go, let's just drop this right quick before we head on out. And I apologize there, friend. I'll be back on Friday.
Moth arrive, Lampine Drive.
Thank you greatly. I hope you have a good night, a better tomorrow, and a great week, and everybody stopping by. Thank you all. Always remember, you're all awesome in your own way. As you folks make these streams and this community what it is, it's awesome chatting with you folks, brainstorming, cracking jokes, all of that stuff. And if you lurk, that's great too, because the fact that you took the time out of your day to have this bug rambling on and drawing and rigging or whatever it is that I'm doing in the background means more to me than you could possibly imagine. and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Alright, I hope you all have a good night, a better tomorrow, a great week, and hope to see you on Friday. You all take care now. Laters.